that's what Threat is coming in to do for NiP. I mean, if anybody knows the players, it's Threat.
Sure. Well then, we are into our second map, ladies and gentlemen. G2 win the knife. They'll start on the CT side here. Already got a map under their belt, but it was Dust 2. A map you'd expect them to win given the way it's played out. This is a much more tactical affair. The pick of the Ninjas, and they'll make their way through connector right now. Kenny S can be baited in towards that connector by Hunter. It's a lovely little crossfire. You can't check Kenny's position before taking bullets, and Hunter can swing right in. Not before he finds a head job first. That's going to be the cue for Kenny to come through as well. That's the bomb as well. They can take him down cleanly. That's pretty much the round, Semler, because now the bomb is down in a horrible situation.
This is nightmare fuel, Henry. And a strong start for G2 on NiP's map is definitely not what the Ninjas are looking for, but this is also a good way to throw it away if you're G2.
Yeah, a bit sloppy.
So we're into a man advantage for G2 still, 3 versus 2. You've got Twist and Rez who are alive here for the Ninjas. And they've elected to give up the bomb. Or no, they're holding on to it. 2 in connectors still, trying to set up a crossfire perhaps.
Still give this up for sure.
Certainly, if they allow themselves to get picked off one after the other, this could still go south here. For G2, Kenny rotated all the way around. He's just a second too late.
Well, he's seen the doors shut, but he has no idea as to where they went. Amanek will hold towards A, but this was such a massive advantage. 5 on 3 with the bomb down. Now they think it's B by the looks of things. Amanek will change his mind, flashing over. And he was just rotating towards Bank. Kenny will be there with him. Flashbang will buy them some time, but the bomb's planted. Advantage NiP now. This is a bit of a nightmare. I can't believe G2 even got close to losing this one.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
That's terrible.
Maybe that is coming from the communication issues. Where it comes to the English language, now they're trying to make that happen. Rez under fire here. Amanek, really awkward. Hoping for some mind games. He's going to have to hit it clean. And it's Rez to clutch. Triple kill for Rez, double for Twist, and the Ninjas saved their bacon from the fire.
I just don't get it. You've got the bomb down and connector. Close the door and get everyone there. Why are you rotating out one by one? I just don't understand. I don't get it at all. And then you're offering yourself up for rotating players. So you've got this brilliant setup. Bomb goes down here. Why are you not just battening down the hatches and watching middle and having players inside there and having the door closed? I couldn't tell you. But they gave it up, and to be honest, it's what they deserve. We'll have to get into the next round. They'll force buy back. They'll have decent money considering they got 4 kills, but overall they'll be gutted with that one. NiP will pick the round up and a boost towards the squeaky door here. Hunter looking for the first kill for anyone from shore. And you're right, communication's still going to be an issue for this squad. And for G2, most of these players have only ever communicated in French in terms of Counter-Strike ability. I know a few of them are going to struggle with that. Like Jax is obviously not a native speaker. I've only ever interacted with him at like after parties and stuff like that, and he's always told me like, "Oh, my English is no good, sorry." So him trying to communicate in a world-class Counter-Strike team in that language now is always going to be a difficult transition. It's going to take some time to get used to, and can be chaotic at times, I suppose.
I believe it. But one guy who's impressed me is Kenny. His English has gotten clearly better.
Yeah, absolutely.
With time, so you got to give it to him.
Yeah, he'll be absolutely fine. That's not a concern at all. He is more than capable, that's for sure.
So, slow approach here from the Ninjas. Obviously getting control of mid. Also pushed up on long, that's Lekro. Rez gonna make a little bit of noise to B, just to see if he can draw attention over to himself from the G2 defense. Still a force buy coming in here from G2, and as the smoke clears, Jax is in a world of trouble. Lekro's gonna be right behind him. Runs in, pre-fires, gives it away, still manages to spot him out, and Lekro applying the pressure to the site defense. It's Rez and Lekro coming up with the kills yet again, and the Ninjas looking great. Plopsky, he was tired of it all. Henry, he was tired. But it is going to be a 2v4.
Yeah, might as well save these. That's the weapons they have now. Nexa won't even get the chance as Lekro jumps down his throat. Amanek last player remaining. He's in a 4 versus 1, looking to get anything done here he can. I still can't believe they gave that pistol round up. It couldn't have been a better scenario for them. 5 on 3, the bomb down like that. And now they've lost the force buy. This could spiral out of control for them. Could have to take the full eco now. Calm themselves down as we'll get into round 3. About $2,400 per player, of course. G2 Can't really justify much more than a PT50 or 2. CZ for Hunter, that's about as exciting as it gets. He's got 4 kills compared to his teammates. That's why he can afford to invest just slightly.
Yeah, Malek looks pissed. There you go, a little bit of a zoom in on the coach.
I
He
can't
is
believe
not
he's done
happy.
this.
He is not pleased one bit. So the absolute struggle still here for G2. We're waiting for them to just embrace it. Embrace the fact that it is a struggle. We'll see. Coming to that realization, will they strive? Will they succeed? Or will the ninjas murder them in the night? Slow approach once again from NiP. Just controlling everywhere. Expecting shenanigans from G2. G2 are up to some shenanigans. They've stacked the B site.
Yeah,
NiP have
it's
no way of
something.
knowing this for now, but at some point NiP are going to have to slowly start moving out. I hope that we don't start with the same sort of scenario that was going on with NiP on Dust 2, and it looks like they are going to be a little bit quicker here. A minute on the clock. They're not waiting until it's 45 seconds or 30 seconds before they start approaching a site.
Yeah. Well then.
Oh, but wait, hold on. I just noticed that Twist has the bomb. And they're going to walk right in here unless Twist gets down quick. But now they've lost control of sewers, and so this is going to open it up. G2 going to start pushing through, and if they catch the bomb, that is a disaster for NiP.
Oh, they've done it. They've got a rifle as well. Oh, Rez. He'll get a couple here. There it is. Should be crisis averted. Which he will be. Okay.
Okay.
Oof, it was the bomb they found first and a rifle, but they didn't anticipate a second player there. So they only lose 1 in the process there, so not really close at all. But certainly had potential to go horribly, horribly wrong there. 3-0. G2 will have the Orb down to Kenny S. Problem is they've got helmets. Only 1 player so far. I think that's Amanek who needs to purchase, making up his mind whether he wants one or not. He doesn't go for it. Opts for the utility instead because a UMP, a Galil, and a MAC-10 all become very, very powerful into this round. This is going to be a difficult one for G2 to pull off. Will Kenny S be going aggressive at the very start? Time will tell. For now, though, going to be holding up. He's still way back at the A site. Long attempt here from Hunter. Successful. Actually gets decent damage towards Rez, taking down to 50. MAC-10 makes his way quickly through. Popsky secure and connector.
Once again, the slow, measured approach here from the ninjas. Actually, a little frustrating to see the ninjas take. This is just throwing it out there. But after the slow start on Dust 2, I do kind of appreciate it when teams decide to get really aggressive at the start and force the other team to react and force the other team to force them into this default sort of scenario before just by default going into this slow style. But for now, it seems to be working. But now we're into the real first big buy round here for G2. So now we have to see. This is the true test for the ninjas. Is this slow approach going to work versus the the other ninjas, I guess, G2, the logo.
Samurais. Well then, Kenny S. He's been rumbled. They know exactly where he is, but good smokes down. And NiP have struggled with the clock in this series so far. We've got the 30-second mark coming in. Alarm bell's starting to go off. The bomb. That's towards middle. Twist wants to throw a smoke towards A before he falls back. They'll finish up at the B bomb site here. They're trying to keep those 3 players towards A. This could be successful, but there's deep positions from Nexa and Hunter. Could pay dividends here. 15 seconds. Just need to find a couple of kills to deny the plant. The flash is very good, however, and they'll find both the kills, and it's going to be a great round.
Fantastic work. Very clean work here from the ninjas.
Yeah, that's perfect.
And that is where this is the ideal scenario for these kinds of late round executes.
Yeah.
Clear out the map.
You can hit your shots like that and coordinate yourselves in those sort of positions. You've already bled out the utility. It's going to go very well for you. But had that flashbang not been as effective, Hunter gets a couple of kills towards short. Could have been a very different story, but the flashbang was spot on. They knew exactly what they were doing there. And we'll find ourselves at a 4-0 scoreline. G2, we said they could struggle on these more tactical maps, and living up to expectations so far. It's early days. Going to try and hold on to what they can. Jax is almost certainly going to go down here. That's Plopsky finding him. Every kill very valuable to NiP. They can afford to take a couple of deficits here. Kenny S needs to survive, which he will. He might have to take matters into his own hands here. 4-0 down. Still very early days, but ever since that pistol, which they should have won, it was locked in.
Yeah, that can really rattle you at times.
Yeah, especially when you know it's a map you're not necessarily 100% comfortable on. You had the opportunity, and now you're finding yourself in recovery mode with 5-7s, Deagle, CZ, and a saved AWP. Kenny maybe picks towards connector this time. Looks like he's where he's heading. Pretty standard pick, but there is a player there to receive. Molotov. Ooh, that's a chance.
Definitely play with this gap.
Some fancy.
Oh, decides to play it safe though, Kenny. No presence in mid, so he's able to squeak out through. Back over to the A site. Still leaving 2 teammates behind here in connector. Plopsky, this is lethal range. Deagle up close could really ruin his day. Yep. One shot, headshot, boom. Oh, and a second one from Jax.
That would do. That would do quite nicely, actually. That brings him right back online. He's got an AK, another rifle down there. No bomb. Oh, Chris, what are you up to?
Oh, hey, there's
you
a
dropped
bomb.
down with the bomb and
There's a bomb.
taken 10 HP off yourself. Now, that's not advisable, Sam. I'll say that much. Maybe wait for your teammates or leave the bomb behind. Don't do that.
Unfortunate turn of events here for the Ninjas.
Yeah, that's a bit of an experience.
They wanted to give it another go. They said, hey, you know, you lost the pistol, guys. You know, we'll give you another bite at the cherry.
Yeah, like, let's recreate that scenario, shall we? We'll give you another massive advantage with the bomb down in a irreparable position, and we'll go down 1 by 1. Okay, that was a bit of a horror show from NiP, I'm afraid. Maybe he didn't realize he had the bomb or what he was getting himself into, but that threw away the round in itself. Not too happy with that. Either way, it's going to be the first round. It was a 5-on-3. Like, this round was always going to be difficult to recover. They certainly didn't make it easy for themselves. It was Twist, if I'm not Plopsky. Back, sorry, I called out the wrong player. Twist, who should know better. Oh, Pitt's not happy with that. He's not happy at all. That is, yeah,
There's a
like,
lot of emotion on the NiP side as well. There's a lot of emotion. Twist shows a lot of emotion. Lekro shows a lot of emotion. I almost want to have PETA doing what Malek is doing for G2. You know, come over, pat them on the shoulder, try and calm them down a little bit.
He's not as active as other coaches, is he? He seems to remain in that chair most of the time. But Malek's always there, rubbing the backs, making sure everyone's okay, stroking their hair, kissing the cheek.
Okay, it gets very personal.
He's very hands-on.
Kenny always looking concerned.
Well, I'm out. Everyone needs to calm down here. Now, G2 made the initial blunder, and NiP answer back with one of their own. See if they can get back on track here. Money stable for both sides. More power for Kenny. Deciding where to go. Looks like he'll just position himself at A. Focus on long. Secondary towards shorts. Fast approach. Rez extinguishes that. I'm going to bait our reaction here. You can see the grenade comes through as well.
I like this boost for Hunter as well. Watching over. If anybody were to push through, it would go south very quickly here for NiP. But the setup will be correct for G2. They're ready for all of this. Nades going down. Rez may have an opening here. Spots one out. Yep, there's the headshot on Nexa. Nexa can't seem to catch a break right now. He's really struggling. Not quite finding the kills. But NiP now with a man advantage. And all the time in the world. Still a minute on this clock. Ooh. Decent nade count for him as well. They can go either site.
Okay then, a minute remaining. Lekro, oh, this is so good. This is so good.
Dude, that's rare.
Yeah, the fact he gets 2 out of that as well is very satisfying to watch. Really good call that. You could see G2 had to make a play, they had to push, had to get some control, and Lekro was all too happy to take them down 1 by 1. Kenny S could answer back. He's the last line of defense here. The axe will be towards water, but he's isolated him. Kenny had to protect him. Not going to happen. It's going to take some vintage Kenny S here to get them out of this situation. Not going to happen, I'm afraid. Forrest waiting for the rotation. There's no way Kenny keeps his AWP now. Had to hit that shot at least, and he'll flash off and just make his way back into the loving embrace of Forrest, who will take him down. Does not need that secondary sniper. Just wants to make sure he takes it out of the hands of Mr. S himself. Beefy computer. Well
okay. Like, where have they found that? I don't know. Anders and I would have found that back in the day. Come on now. We've all had our talks about the offices on train.
Okay, well, out of the chair now, pits up.
So this is PETA level 2?
Yeah, not talking, but just observing.
Striking a pose.
Yeah. There we go.
He's getting ripped, PETA. Damn. Built. G2 tack pause, though. It is a trend, though, that's going on with the CSGO. I think more than any other esports, CSGO, maybe League of Legends a little bit, but CSGO, the players really have focused on that gym life.
Yeah, I think so. Not so much the
Which is great to
casters,
see.
but, you know.
Well, you know, Henry, I ask you every day.
Look,
Oh, yeah, mate, I'll be there. Don't worry. First thing.
Luckily for me, I've been blessed in other areas. I don't need to go to the gym.
I don't need
Some
to
people
know.
don't have to work as hard.
I don't need to know.
We'll keep going. Anyway, before this derails completely, Rez will make as well. This is a classic player bid, and he makes good work of it. That's going to be Nexa, who will be going down. Didn't see it coming at all. Rez loves that play of a good spawn. Gets himself up there. You saw him extinguishing the same smoke. He didn't push off it last time, but this time goes through it, goes to the shop, and he nails it. Nexa absolutely removed. And now it's their chance to continue their success here on the T side. 5-1, looking like to be converted to 6, and this calls for reactive play. But remember, NiP had this advantage before. That's why we saw the boost from Lecro connected towards Shore. They're waiting for a mistake now. They're waiting for someone to try and step up and make a swing out of an unknown position. That could be Jackson towards the bathrooms right now, sat in the smoke. Kenny S trying to wiggle for information here. Not going to spot anything as NiP coordinate. Transitioning over towards the B side of the map. And at this point, less than $1,000 on each of the players of G2. Good smoke, solid actually. Considering there's 40 seconds left, that might push them back yet. If not, they'll be going in at an awkward time. But they've done that before, and it wasn't a problem whatsoever, to be fair.
It can work. It can work. Hunter's in position. Still too solid here on the B site for G2. Many nades going in. That's everything from NiP. They have to get the job done now. Hunter just randomly spraying through the smoke, picks up one. Gets them to line up as well. 2 kills for Hunter. Man advantage still for NiP, but Kenny is here. Wallbang. Wallbang. Bro, just get the shot.
That's nice. Okay, G2 got a chance now. Up against Twist, who has been hitting a lot of shots this tournament. He has looked fantastic. 3 kills to his name so far. Has to find 2 more if this round's going to be a reality for the Ninjas as the bomb ticks away. He has no utility. He's got the incendiary now. If he can get that on the bomb in the next few seconds, that'd be great. Does he realize he has it? Get that kill. Get the incendiary down if he can. That's it, Semler. That's the play you had to make. That could be enough now. They can't extinguish that. They'll have to get on it. Oh, they're going to burn. They're going to burn.
Oh, he just barely finds the angle, Kenny.
All right. I thought that would have been enough there. If he got it a little bit closer towards the bomb, it would have been absolutely everything. Not to be the case. G2 will pick another one up, but it's a scrappy round. I did not feel comfortable at all.
Oh, this is so close. Did somebody just talk? Hold on.
What do you mean?
I thought somebody was typing in the chat there.
Oh, I see what you mean. I thought you meant to us, or?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, you hear the little tick, right?
Yeah, you're right.
But that is 5-2, NiP in the lead. Key round, but the money was there for G2. Loss bonus hasn't really kicked into full effect for G2, but they do still have enough. And so let's see it. Aggression from G2 across the map here. They are tired of Rez's shenanigans. They want to get out here. They want to try and find that first pick and stop NiP from constantly setting the tempo here on Overpass. NiP, though, 3 towards long. And this is about to get dicey for Amanek because they're going to be ready and waiting for him. If he swings wide, he's got Kenny to back him, and this could be the play here. Kenny's your initial point. He takes the shot, maybe tries to bait him in, and there it is. Amanek trades 1 for 1.
Yeah, sometimes not good enough, though.
Yeah, it would have been better with Kenny landing a shot, but still a 4-on-4, and they haven't completely given up the upper site yet.
Not quite. Jack's interesting angle for him. I like it. Might be a free fire for Plopsky, but he's certainly got enough time to reposition and take him down. That's advantage NiP. Kenny needs to fight tooth and nail here. Pretty easy by his standards for that one. Plopsky was low anyway. Back to a 3-on-3. Plenty of time. 40 seconds. Transitioning with the bomb is going to be Rez. His teammates will have to go for the connector. Twist looking for any sort of openings here before they make their way over to the B side of the map. They want to try and keep Kenny towards A, ideally. But I think he's already rotating. Not sure. Let's have a look. No, he went towards Bank. So if they go towards B now, at least they'll avoid the French sniper. That would be something here. And in terms of utility, they still have Molotov smokes. They can actually have a pretty good run of this one. The only player waiting for them is Hunter, and he's pretty passive right now. He's all the way back at Graffiti. He's with Nexa, to be fair. With Silence M4 just to note as well. Really focusing on that one. 5 seconds remaining. Nexa might as well go for the denial. Go for it. Go for it. Oh, no. Didn't quite find it, but there it is. A nice shot, gives him the advantage, but can he hold on to it? No, he absolutely cannot. Forrest doing God's work here, but Kenny S hits a great shot. Not quite enough there. I would have liked to see the denial of the bomb. I think that was worth the swing, to be honest. Now, considering the situation we're in, you just didn't have any control of that. 5 seconds on the clock could have been enough.
Would have won the round, hands down. You're right. That could have been it. Instead, hesitation there ends up costing G2, and that's really going to put them in the pits in terms of money.
It was still like you got the kill on the follow-up, but that would have just been a lock-in. I felt like there was enough there to justify it, but either way, there's arguments
just loving it right now. So glad to see him, man.
Yeah,
pure hype on that side.
Just happy to be here, isn't he?
Yeah.
So young, now playing in one of those iconic Counter-Strike organizations of all time, and they're making a good run of it as well. It's like probably the best looking NiP we've seen in about 3 years. So it's good to see. Always fantastic to see the younger talents thrive with the older players. And now full eco pretty much. G2 not doing too well here on Overpass. Their CT side is falling apart. 5-man stack towards A, nothing at B whatsoever. Except very top end with some armor and a P250. They'll boost on the slide here. Just about, a bit slippery. But up we go.
Didn't spot though, good hiding coming in here from G2, but they are holding close, and there it is, Peekaboo. Picks up one, and everybody's there to cover. Quick round here, all things considered. G2 still have Kenny at long. He's been spot. Ooh, what a shot!
Okay.
What is going on? He's just hitting headshots everywhere.
Ridiculous. Doesn't have a massive knock-on effect, but it's a bit of a statement. Orb drop by Amanek. 7-2 now. All right then. G2 need to come online. It's that B bomb side that seems to be a real issue for them. The defaults will normally go down to a 3-on-3. That's fine, but they can't hold off the B final commitment from NiP most of the time. They won't have the resources or the positioning. Sort of apprehensive in their approach sometimes, and we haven't seen any brutal aggression yet from the sniper. Like, Kenny S hasn't got the resources to really justify risking an opening pick at the start. Twist, never looking for any aggro towards Monster. It's a common position for the snipers to rotate, and that's exactly what Kenny's going to do now. Oh, the run boost was not ideal. I think he might have been spotted there. Yeah.
Res on now.
Normally he can get over that, but they didn't nail it.
He hits the shot though. They're going to pounce. They line up. Damage dealt, but they survive it. Man advantage still for NiP. Pushing onto the B site now. There's the opening. Hunter, once again, hitting headshots. Hunter has come alive on Overpass. Getting the job done. Amanek just stepping in, imposing his will.
That's more like it, Amanek. That round looked to be another clumsy one. That run boost, normally you can get the other side of Monster without being detected, then swing out and get a nice advantage towards C-Step. They actually did nail it. Kenny got a shot off, but still went down. And then the spray down almost came through from Nexa there, but it's up to Amanek to do the double kill. Plopsky can win this with the time, but it's unlikely considering the crossfire. As soon as he takes down Amanek, potentially he'll get a swing on him and he'll be dropped. So G2, a much needed clean round there, and they'll pick up some Kriegs and manage to recover the AWP as well. Starting to look better now. That's a more convincing round. Amanek has to save the day. That was a crazy second kill.
Yeah. Scoped up and ready. Not going to work. Frustration showing here from NiP. But they really shouldn't be that frustrated. They've got 7 rounds on T side.
Yeah, they're doing great.
You're doing great, lads. Keep the focus. If anything, just, next time you win, blow it off. Blow it, take a page out of KD and Terek's book. Get the shouting out there. Yeah. Kenny holding close short again, though. He's really hoping for Rez to try and make that play. Come here, Rez. Rez is nowhere to be found, though, sadly. It's Plopsky clearing out connector. And Kenny continuing to go even more aggressive.
Well, this is him now feeling himself. He knows there's much of a chance they have a sniper, considering they've won the last couple of rounds. Well, this is audacious. He'll need to be flashed over, at least from his teammate. This is one of the most common holds in the defaults. Oh, he hits it, though. Rez.
Again, he hits.
Gets his wing clipped, and at that point, down to 24. I can't believe Kenny's even got the balls to push that corner, let alone hit the shot. Brilliant stuff. That's more like it from him.
He's always got it down. And there it is. Jax finds the opening duel here with Forrest, wins it, going for the bit of the jump, spots more in mid. Going to be the molly to try and clear this out, but he can fall straight back. Doesn't need to expose himself to harm. Amanek is holding. This is the bait and switch. Jax could try and bait some kind of reaction in here, some quick reaction coming in from NiP. Amanek will be there to pounce.
He's just trying to jump up and just say, I'm over here. Look at me. Do not worry about the corner. Please do not look there whatsoever. And it's another position in CSGO that, in the right circumstances, players won't even check it because they're just so focused on the bomb side itself.
So focused on this corner.
Yeah, see what I mean?
They lose Jax, but now Amanek is still here, and this is going to prompt the rotation out of G2 as they push onto the site. Ninjas in pajamas, 3 alive. Rez gets the plant. Lekro walking in. Shadow gives him away. And Amanek on a tear!
Ooh, that's not bad at all. They've won the round off that. Blonsky might be able to get the consolation frags, but not meant to be. Really nice stuff there. That's more like it from G2. A solid setup there. They get the first pick due to the M4 play on the bomb side, and Amanek is set up lovely toward that long position. Tucks in the corner. They don't check it. There's 2 difficult spots there. You've got the one by Optimus on the right-hand side if you're a T coming in, and the close position by Long. They're both very awkward to check, and ideally you need a player coming from Long to really focus on that. Otherwise, you're all fixated towards the right, and it can all fall apart very quickly, and he gets himself a couple of free frags. But the bomb did get planted, but it doesn't seem to be a huge deal here because it doesn't really equate to any sort of buy for an IP. At the most, they can get a couple of deagles, some with Kevlar, some without. It's their first tactical timeout as the pace starts to drop off now. And remember, this all started with a 5-on-3 in the pistol for G2 with a bomb down in connector. And I hate to say it, they threw that one away. Led them to this huge deficit. But now they're starting to get some resources. We're starting to see some confidence, some assertive plays from Kenny S at the start.
Yeah.
Assertive's one word for it. Like, insane is another, pushing short and going all the way to T-spawn with an AWP alone. I love it, but it was certainly a risky move, but that's what the moves you have to make. They sort of snipe. You have to make statements on the serve. You have to show you're going to be everywhere. Then rounds going forward, it's going to put the fear of God in them.
He has that power. He has it in him to be that kind of threat. So what do we got now for NiP? It's just going to be deagles pretty much. It's a round of eco, pretty much half buy coming in from NiP. Stabilizing the money and hoping to just do a little bit of economic damage to G2. Kenny top mid this time with the AWP. Really no fear anymore. He wants to take the fight to him. He's done hanging around. 4 rounds left in this half. And Kenny wants to make his mark. Absolutely possible for G2 to turn this around and win this series 2-0. They are currently up 1-0. They won NiP's map, Dust 2, to kick off this series. Next up, element of surprise is lost. Rez is really just posted up here. This is his role. Putting shots in and dominating this side of the map.
Absolutely true. Bomb down there for now. Looking for their 5th, G2. Starting to string some rounds together now, building up a financial base. Need a clean one here to really secure that fact and give them enough cash roll to go forward. Looks like a B finish here. Smoke towards heaven, smoke the site, flash over. Try and overwhelm the defense. Got a Molotov for the barrels as well. That'll be going in courtesy of Twist. Nade comes in, no damage done.
Yeah, they don't see anything. Right now, G2 are probing towards A site, long and mid, and they're not seeing anything. So there will be 3 players here on the B site for G2. They're ready and waiting for this. Molly forces Nexa back, but that should be fine. Start keeping your cool now. Hunter and Nexa working together. Nexa converting. Hunter finding all of the kills. They are working great on this defense. Hunter and Nexa collect all of the kills. Beautiful work. Amanek got swamped, but what can you do?
Not much, apparently. It will be 7-5, no bomb down. NiP, though, with the loss bonus racking up, they've got themselves 4th stage. So after this round, they'll be getting $3,400 per player. That's if they lose it, of course. Solid work from Nexa. Fantastic individual. Hasn't had the best showing so far. I'm sure he's just getting warmed up. Hunter, another strong fragger in the squad. Really revitalized his lineup. Put a breath of fresh air into it. Rez with no grenades ready to speak up. 1 flashbang remaining at the 1-minute 40 mark. Shows how much they are potentially struggling here. Twist will not have the sniper, but to be a world-class sniper, you have to be capable with the rifles as well. It's going to be Kenny S, though. What a brilliant shot that is in the flower bed. He's really coming online now.
Yeah, he's just taking over. He top fragged on Dust 2 for G2.
Yeah.
And he's starting to just make up ground. He's had such a quiet start to the half. He's only at 6 kills.
He just hit him as well. Plopsky, did he just get straight up wall banged? That's kind of insane. All right, Kenny.
Oh, he's got to come online. He's only got 6 kills right now. There it is. Amanek trading 1-for-1 with Jax. Plopsky still low, at risk. Amanek hanging around. Amanek, that's a fight that he'll take any day of the week. Plopsky. Forrest and Rez, last 2 alive here for NiP in a 2v4. Flash on Forrest. He's going to hit the 1. Not going to find the 2nd. Kenny really is truly turning into the monster now.
Yeah, he's going to hit this as well. You know he is. He's so fast. So yeah, slow start for him, but he just needed a bit of control, some resources, some money in the bag. His teammates start feeling a bit more confident, and he could start pulling it back. 7-6 now. They could actually come back and win the half still. I think without that plant coming through, this could be another eco situation. And indeed it is. A partial buy at the very least. As we'll see, Deagles once more. And they tried their luck at B before with Smoke and Molotov. They've got the same setup here. And they're sending most of their resources towards middle, so it might not be the B finish we're looking for, but Kenny S now, he's starting to take some of those picks. Starting to nail them as well, wasn't even intending to look towards the left, had his position focused towards the T-steps, flicks over to the left, and now a 5-on-4, confirmed are on pistols as well.
They're trying to get confident. We're starting to get a bit confident here. That was so close. Hunter spotted him, pretty sure. No, Emanek, no warning.
Whoa.
Double headshot for Lekro.
How's he done that?
That's some big damage. Well, Plopsky, you're all on your own, bud. He's got a dig. He's been spotted out by Jax. He's still going to make this a very expensive round.
He hit Hunter there, down to 29. First shot was pretty nuts, but that would have been remarkable. So a chance to win this. If he can take down Hunter, HP is not a factor anymore because Kenny S will have the AWP. Fortunately for Plopsky, doesn't have any sort of utility, but he has pushed back Hunter enough to make things uncomfortable. Gets the AK. He can win this, even with the low HP. There is a chance. He just needs to pre-fire the position of Hunter, which could be likely here. Not going to happen. He looked like he was aware of it, but fortunately for him, it's going to be G2 tying things up. 3 kills for Hunter, 7-7 overall. Final round of the first half, ladies and gentlemen. It's our second map of the best of 3. G2, if they'd won the pistol, they would have actually run away with this one, I reckon. They've looked very convincing since they managed to get their resources together. Orgs are coming out for Jax and Amanek. Don't see those too much anymore. Krieg, you see plenty of those.
This is it. All or nothing. 7-7. Tied up. NiP hoping to come out ahead, try and recover a little bit from the start. Oh, no. What was that?
Smoke missed.
Smoke missed, yeah, that was...
Oh, dear. That's cost them a lot in terms of resource at the start of the round.
And they're so aggressive, G2. I'm really appreciating it. There's Jax, 1 for 1, but then Kenny's there to trade.
That's gone so wrong for them. Like, that's
Look at this.
frustrating.
Some discipline here from G2. They've got the man advantage. Back off. Lock down the sights. Put the pressure on NiP. Very nice.
Yeah, NiP, this is not the time you want a clumsy round to come in just before the halftime break. They can pull it back. Fair play, no harm done. But they'll be arguing, bickering a little bit. Oh, that nade does a lot of damage to Plopsky. Quite as much as I thought. Down to 68. Enough to make him vulnerable now to the one taps. Doesn't even need that. And now we've got the B finish here. 3. Ooh, maybe 2-on-2. How is Rez pulling this one off? They've got the advantage out of nowhere. It took some individual brilliance, but they'll take that all day long. Looking to win out the half here. 8-7. Kenny S left up. Oh, what's Twist up to?
Well, that's unfortunate.
And with an IFA, I think he thought he was safe with the flashbang going off here. Kenny S known to hit these quick shots, but Rez, will he be able to outposition him here?
Sees the shadow.
Oh, he hits him! Get that pistol out, Kenny! That's so sick! Oh my God! Now that is a bit of Kenny you love to see. Rolling back the years, showing us what he's made of. We're going to take a break. Do not go anywhere.
back live with G2 topping the first half in the end, 8-7. The real run-back recovery for G2 with a huge clutch at the end by Kenny, who basically picked up all the frags at the end of that half. Yeah. Started out, I mean, I think he started his run with like 4 frags. He ends it with 12. One of them, a 1v2 clutch. So G2 really turning it around there at the end of the first half on NiP's map, Overpass. And now we get to go into them on the T side, and we'll see what we've got in store. Look, this is sick.
That is just unreal. Like, that is a bit of Kenny.
Yeah.
That just kind of personifies his playstyle.
Kenny.
Anyway, shall we get into the second half? Somehow G2 have the lead. Didn't look like they stood a chance. They got 6 rounds in a row towards the end there, Sembler.
Yeah.
6. When it looked like they were out of it. Now they have the lead. Can they get the pistol in the second half? It was theirs in the first. They threw it away. Sending 5 players towards B. Presumably Smoke in Heaven flashing over. Have no control of the map, waiting for aggression at the start. Smoke for Twist just in case the Molotov does land in his position. Here we go then. Smoke to be delivered. And at this point, the flash will come through. And we're smoking the bomb side itself. Flash is decent. They've got 2 players towards the barrel. It's a bit of a bait and switch here. Will they detect it?
The other one is here though. Twist, they need to whip around and they get him. 3-on-3. Quick rotation, and Jax gets the 1 key kill. He's got him for the follow-up as well. Forrest is down. It's all on res. 1v3, tapping away, but it's not meant to be. And the G2 Thunder train keeps on rolling.
That's wild from Jax. I really like that. He didn't look like he had a chance in that one. He had a few bullets left in the Glock. He had 3 CTs gunning down on him. He manages to come through. They did overlook that CT player, but he couldn't find the shots of the USP, and they punish him for it. Taking everyone down. They don't throw that pistol away, that's for sure. Clean as you like. 9-7, and there's going to be a force buy-in response. This is a chance for NiP to get back into it. They do pretty well in these rounds, to be fair. Deagles across the board, Smokes as well. They have a defuse kit, so they're playing to win. Try and draw the round out.
Let's see it.
Rez is so good with this Deagle, but doesn't nail the first shot.
He did in the background as well. Just wondering what they could be doing differently here. Twist clicking on Amanek's head might be a good start, but it doesn't look like he's going to take the peek. Molotov going to force him back at least for a little bit here. Amanek just going to be clearing out the connector. So NiP taking their time with it. Oh, he's going to get caught. Jax assassinates Twist. Lekro close, though, but no targets for him. They're wrapping back down into connector here for G2.
That skill comes in, and NiP, a bit of a rough one now. They have 1 player towards B. Plopsky. He's good. He's very good. I think he's this good. Gonna handle 4 players with just a pistol. He has got rotations, so that smoke buys time at least. They'll all come over. This is a good call.
Yeah, I like to see this.
But the problem is they've got nothing now. The smokes will be useless, and they have to hit brutal headshots, and they swap the shadow. No kill found. That should be enough to win the round unless something absolutely ridiculous happens here.
No, working well together here. Always presenting multiple targets,
yes.
Always trading. That's the key here to an effective offense, especially when you're dealing with these situations. When you're running onto a site together like that, you have to maintain the tempo.
Absolutely.
Kenny has totally turned it around as well. 16 kills now for him.
Yeah, never doubt Kenny.
Goes from bottom fragging to top fragging in the span of, what, 7 rounds?
Yeah, well, those last 6 rounds they got towards the end is when he started to look confident, right? That's when he's like, you know what? Sitting on A bomb site's doing nothing for me. I'm going to start pushing short. I'm going to start putting the pressure on in every part of the map until they just give in. And at that point, he hit every single shot, won that 2 versus 1. Now he's in 5th gear, and NiP have got a full eco in front of them. 10-7. No armor, no nades, just a few deagles. And if G2 give this one up, I will be flabbergasted.
They are really looking like they're running away with this. There's another great headshot from Jax.
Yeah, he's feeling up.
Yeah, he's really starting to get online. Rest of them are there as well. Twist tried to press aggro. Nex is going to collect that one. Feel good frags. Another one for Nex.
They do feel good, don't they?
Yeah, you get those anti-ecos.
You have a quiet game. Nothing feels better. Balance the scoreboard out.
Confidence building, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can still do it. I got it. Whoop.
Yeah, he says as he drops all his possessions. Right then. First gun round here, an important one, especially when you force buy in the second round. West will have no helmet. Same story for Rez and Plopsky. No defuse kits. I mean, this is such a difficult round, and this could open the floodgates as well. With the Mac 10s win out on this one, they'll have so much money. There'll be no buy-in response from NiP. And even if they lose it, if they make it a close round, G2, they'll be fine with that. They only got 3 rifles into this round. It's a bit of a bonus situation, if you will.
Yeah, really interesting to see just how well G2 have adapted on Overpass. It's nothing to do with what we saw on Train. Train definitely seems like a weaker map for this team right now. Because on Overpass, they're looking very good. CT, T side. Individual play did get some work done towards the end of the CT side. And it is still early days, obviously, on T, but Jack's so comfortable. And he heard it. I think he heard Kenny closer. No, Twist, rather. Still, Twist able to trade 1 for 1. Shutting down Jax is big, dude. That guy's on fire right now along with Kenny. It's a lot of firepower gone. Big flash, though, opens the gates. Twist trying to preemptively get the Molotov. He will block it off. Now Amanek still hanging out close. Kenny really trying to put the pressure on Twist, though. They've got him boxed in, and Twist, yep, gonna get hunted down by Amanek. Follow-up here, surviving. Amanek just needs to hang in there, and Kenny capitalizes on his teammate, putting his body on the line. 2v4 for NiP, and plenty of time left for G2. Ooh.
Nice work from Nexa. Perfectly timed. There was a chance that Forest could have got multiple frags there, but that should be in now. Remember, no kits into this one. The money was sparse, and Lopsky coming from bank. That's his chances. Got an HE. No body. That's a huge round. I can't stress that enough for them to pick up. There's no buy available going forward now, and you're knocking on the door 13-7 on your T side of your opponent's pick. G2 had a horrible start to this game. They were down, what? It was something like 7-2, I think. And at that point, it didn't look like they had a chance. That was their CT side. They were down 7-2. They've brought this right back to 12-7.
To 12-7. We've seen quite a bit of this, though. I mean, it feels like over the past several days, long streaks getting established like this, where you just kind of run away.
It's not the last few. It's the majority of this year, unfortunately. But for reasons we won't even get into it for now. You know what? Let's try and enjoy ourselves somewhere.
You know, I'm just fine with that, Hank.
I want to leave this one on a good note. Positive vibes for everyone. Just a game.
Yeah, exactly. And NiP currently trying to play it. They are stuck right now with pistols once again. So it's looking like 13 rounds on the board for G2 unless they bungle this. But they've got everything they need here to keep it clean. 3 down on the lower side for NiP. So they really are just banking on G2 heading down here after spotting those moving into connector. And you still have Rez pushed up top mid. So Rez could go for the flank. They could ruin things here for G2. Are G2 aware of the possibility of getting shot in the back? Amanek turns around in the nick of time. That could not have been any closer. I don't think he spotted Rez, but he's well aware now.
He was common, so he at least is aware that something's going on down there. Some tomfoolery.
Shenanigans.
See if he can deal with the nonsense as we'll get into the 30-second mark. Rez poised with the Desert Eagle. They know exactly where a player is behind the barrels. That nade will do significant damage towards Forest. 30 seconds is trying to run that clock down. They've got another flash to deal with here.
Too slow. This is a full stack from NiP now. NiP every chance to win it. As they run this down, Nexa close on short.
Crumbling a little bit here, G2.
Yeah, there's too much hesitation. 15 seconds left. You got to go, boys. What a shot from
Nexa. That will do it quite nicely. Still a chance, though. Forest, if he finds one more like that, there'll be no time to plant. Here we go. 7 seconds remaining. Is there a chance? They need to get that bomb planted, which they will. Rez, can he save the day? Absolutely not. He's still in the connector, unfortunately.
Unbelievable.
So all that excitement, as soon as the bomb goes down, it goes right back to 0 once again. He might be able to get one more kill here, but Kenny will nail the shot. Still big for them to pick up. It's always going to be a difficult round in this patch of the game. Like Deagle armor with some smokes against world-class players, especially like Selekra and Rez with those Deagles, they're going to hit shots. It's just going to happen. It's not like you did anything wrong. Sometimes they're just very intelligent in the way they place their smokes, and G2 had to overcome that, which they did. Nexa clotheslines 2 of them upon entry. As soon as that smoke goes down, that's just what they needed. They were just about to lose that round.
I think so. That was unbelievable. The second one in particular just transfers it straight over. Great work, but this is going to be the big buy round now for NiP, at least what they can get out of it. Only a single kit picked up on Rez. Rez with the HE deep. A little bit of damage to Nexa.
That's enough to make him a little softer, I suppose. I thought it would be a bit more than that. It's just 87.
Yeah. So what do we get into now if you're NiP? I mean,
it's still a pretty desperate spot. You can look at the utility at the 1 minute 20 mark. They are Really struggling with the buys now. They get the rifles out, sure, but AWP hasn't done much in this half. Currently down 5-0 in the second. Early days, though, that can happen, but they force more in the second round, so that first gun round's always going to be limited. It's always going to be laboured, because you won't have everything you need. It's exactly what happened to G2. Once they got all their resources, once they had everything they needed, that's when they actually started to look decent, if you remember. That's when they could actually start being confident. When you've been hamstrung like this, and you have smokes and flashes, you don't have everything you need, no one's got defuse kits, you're a little bit more tentative in your approach, quite cagey on the CT side. No one wants to go down first because your CT's teammates won't be able to recover it, but this is great work from G2 instead of slowing things right down. They've dissected the map. They've got deep towards long. Good smoke from NiP. They've been very good at that. Dropping the smoke is just when it matters most. 30 seconds again.
Yeah, just like that. We're down to 30 seconds again here for G2.
What's the gap in that smoke, though?
Pressure mounting.
He could be the linchpin here. Out of timing, twist. He's got one of these at least. But the trade should come through. Where's the trade? Where's the trade? There it is.
Forced on the site, though. 15 seconds. Taking up behind truck. He's going to step out into the open, swinging wide. All he needs to do is stay alive. This is everything right now. 9 seconds, 8 seconds. It's counting down, and this is going to look like a NiP round. Fantastic recovery here from NiP, but I feel it's more of a gift from G2 than anything.
Yeah, they really need to keep their eye on that clock. They managed to get away with the previous round, but it will cost them this time. They still make it a pretty dangerous round overall for NiP with 3 players going down. But once they got that kill and twist, I feel like that's the moment. You need to really commit at that point, especially with 15 seconds left on the clock. You need to get stuck in. No apprehension is allowed at that point, regardless whether you think you're going to be traded out or be taken down. With your blind, I don't care. You need to get in there. Otherwise, you're just going to lose the round one by one and be whittled away out. They still have a decent buy here, and NiP are fully invested, of course. You can see Forest even with no grenades here. Same sort of Plopsy, so still a massive advantage for G2. Win this round, 14-8 up. Dare say that's GG, so they know it as well. Good grenade this time. Oh, it's disastrous, a couple of them. Taking down Kenny as well, and he's been playing out of his mind.
Yes, taking Kenny out of the picture is big. If they can keep Jax alive, though, they still have some heavy hitting power here on the side of G2. Need to catch somebody getting greedy on NiP, but NiP have been very good about that. As soon as they have that advantage, the man advantage, they don't really take unnecessary risks. Twist peeking towards mid for info. That's it. For now, at least. And so NiP now, this could be their chance to really start getting some rounds on the board. G2's economy has taken a serious hit. They will have money next round to buy G2, but after that, there's Rez, drops the bomb, manages to sneak out. Unbelievable. He gets out of there scot-free. G2, oh, through the smoke, Nexa finds Rez. And just like that, Hunter takes down Lekr on short. Blink of an eye, we've got a game on our hands. Amanek needs to win this duel, and he's not going to do it. Forrest survives with 16 HP. But that's still 2 players here for G2 together. Quick rotation coming down from NiP now towards the B site. Plofsky's going to need some help. Hunter's charging forward, needs to win the duel, and he's not going to do it.
Definitely not. It was looking good for a second there. There were signs of life, but Plopsky's hurt next at this point, and he'll finish things off. 13-9. One more full buy available for G2 here. NiP with 3 players surviving. Getting on their feet now. We said that would be the difference maker once they started getting all the resources they needed.
Oh, I thought you meant PETA there.
Oh, he's excited now. He's feeling it. Tactical pause for G2. Malek's not happy, and we'll see what happens here. Round 23. Like I said, there is a buy available. Hunter still with $8,000. Plopsky, great work. Solid, as you'd like. He hasn't, by his standards, a quiet game, but as long as he's pulling off those rounds on the CT side and they're still in it, they'll take it. That's for sure.
We just start to see... That's twice now where they've taken heavy damage top mid. Smoke goes down before they can really answer it either, like take any shots back at these guys. So what is the strategy here for G2? Do they just slow the pace down completely, let the nades come in, and then slowly work up? But the slow approach, I mean, that's twice now. They got lucky on one round, but the last round, clock ran out. So it's going to be interesting to see what Nexa decides to go with here. What is the call to get G2 their momentum back? It's going to be nades top mid again? At least a flash, going to keep G2 honest up here, but no HE, no aggression this time from NiP. So just the forward smoke to keep G2 guessing. And spread out around the map here for G2. Minute 30 on the clock, beginning of the round. And very quick clear coming in from Amanek actually on connector. So they've cleared that portion of the map out. That's nice to work with. Now you take over mid, can start looking towards long. Rez has no nades left. He's going to be in a dicey spot.
Cheeky spot here for Lekro. He's backed up from Plopsky, watching that door for him. You can see him vigilantly watching it. The shots come through. Amanek has done such a good job, and he's hurt. Lekro on the other side as well. He'll happily let him fall back here. He doesn't want to risk the advantage. That's the main thing. Sure, there's a chance he can get that kill, but no way he wants to bring it to a 4-on-4. Wise stuff! Excellent from Nexa. Oh, wow. Okay. A landslide just lands on NiP there. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, this is where it falls apart now.
They had everything set up nicely. They had decent crossfires. They had the map under control. Blink and you miss it. It will be 3 kills going in favor of G2 there. That's kind of a big deal. Twist and Rez have no cash. In terms of their loss bonus now, I think there'll be a 3rd stage after this one, considering the losses they had before. And the way the quote-unquote new system works. Lekro to survive. That was down to this brutal firepower there. Next up, looks so clinical sometimes. Such excellent aim.
Yeah. Predicting Rez's aggressive push. That's what you expect from a mindful player like him. I mean, the leader, he should be sharp on those kinds of things. One goes down, that's Hunter. Will they survive the 2 of them? It looks like it. So key save there for NiP. The fact that they keep 2 rifles alive means that the buy here is going to be somewhat solid coming from them. It's been a bit hit and miss for NiP these last few rounds, but back to the wall on the edge of match point for G2. Do NiP just go back to being aggressive? I mean, that's what worked for them so far this half.
When they had the orb, that's when they could justify. They might have to be cagey, but Rez, he's got other intentions. He'll be pushing right up to the fountain. The aggression will come through, but this is precarious. Good shot. Oh, that's more like it.
There we go. That's the key. Just get in there and take the fight to G2. Had it not even worked, that would have still been, I think, the play to go for. Just get in there, take the fight to G2.
Well,
it's now G2. Ooh, G2, they're playing off of this. They realize that there were 2 mid. They're going to try and put some pressure here on the lower site. There's a single man alive. Lekro going to try to do the best he can to stop things here. He's got a 2nd man out as well. Plopsky's got his back. Penny, hesitation, but he wins the duel.
What a shot.
We need to get the bomb plant down here for G2. They need to get this clock ticking to put the pressure up on NiP. NiP are so low on nades. Get the bomb planted, Hunter.
Well, there it is. NiP holds strong. You wanted aggression, Samler. You certainly got it. No bomb planted means things are quite weak now on the G2 side of things. Double digits for the Ninjas, keeping their head above water. That's pretty massive, actually. We'll see whether they can replicate that form. No all picked up, and it's going to be a bit of a partial buy here. There certainly was a buy there for G2. We're going to try and take some MAC-10s for now, some CZs. Not going to fully invest, don't need to. Maybe a little set piece towards B. That's going to make the most sense. It's a very close-range bomb site, and those MAC-10s might be able to do some work. See, working off towards middle, going through the connector. Still going to end up through B, through this position, of course. Finding some initial smokes, take vision away. Next, they're looking for aggression.
G2 out into mid now with this half buy. And they're sticking to groups together. This is going to be just an explosive play here from G2. Power straight up onto the A site, get that bomb planted and see what you can do afterwards. Rez completely whiffing his spray. Next to Amanek, 2 big kills, and just like that, G2, they've turned it on its head. They're going to get the bomb planted with a minute left in the round. Jax finds Plopsky. Hunter, it's falling apart here for NiP.
What the hell has happened here?
G2 countered aggression with aggression, right? You want to go play? You want to get in there in our
Want to
faces?
get dirty?
Let's go, boys. Straight onto the site, nothing to lose. They walked right in between the NiP defense. Match point for G2 pretty soon here. Although it's a 1v3 and Twist could clutch.
He has no kit though, but I'm sure there's one on the side. But it'd be a pretty disastrous situation to give this one up. They are low, but the bomb taking some. Don't peek again, Hunter. Oh, we can actually do this now, but he hasn't got the kit, has he? No, he can't win. Okay, I was about to say, there's a chance they threw that then. If he had the kit, maybe there was a chance, but he didn't. Regardless how many men they lost at that point, doesn't matter. They've got match point on the board now. Money is in the bin for the Ninjas, and here are the AWP leaders so far. Twist, unfortunately for him, just hasn't shown his best self in terms of the AWP. And he's still got 17 kills, but in terms of the AWP battle, it's 12 for Kenny, who's had some ridiculous rounds overall.
clutches, everything. Kenny has done his job. He's at 20 kills. He doesn't need to go crazy anymore. 20 is an excellent scoreline for him. And once he gets that op in play, things get nasty. 5 match points now for G2 to take NiP out. NiP are going home, but this is still a big match in terms of staying in the upper bracket right now here at Star Ladder. So G2 now, they have done an excellent job. And Ninjas in Pajamas wondering what needs to happen. Twist nearly pulls off the clutch. But nobody died on the site, I think, with any kits for him. So that was it. He gets the quad kill. Fantastic, but no round win. So let's see it. Match point. Full nades for G2. And just cobbling together a buy here for NiP. 3 rifles, a Deeg, an MP9. Aggression top mid, but it's going to be limited. Lekro's there with the Deeg, just hoping somebody's going to peek. But instead it's going to be Kenny towards Monster.
Well, if NiP can somehow win this round, it will be enough. The money will be shattered for G2. But they've got to get through this one first. 3 rifles, barely any utility. But they have got the potential to do it. Forest had a sensational day yesterday. We'll see if he can really come online at this point. 19 kills to his name right now. As next up. He has been leading the charge in the second half. He knows about this position all too well. He does significant damage towards Twist, but he'll be the one to go down. If Jack's everything's up, the MP9 is not going to do well here. Looks like we might be done similar, unfortunately. Know where Twist is. Lekro's nowhere to be seen as either. I beg your pardon, his words start to fall apart. 15 to 10. Looks very soon to be 60.
Kenny goes for the repeat. That's how you throw this away.
Yeah,
so let's keep our cool here, G2. Because now it's Lekro. He's got eyes on the bomb. He could put a smoke on it too. Still has some grenades to use here. Hunter winning the duel versus Twist. Puts it all on Lekro, and it's not meant to be. Jax, once again, Jax. A fantastic performance from Jax as well. 3 players at 21 frags and Kenny at 20. Nexa at 13. That's a team that's functioning efficiently on the side of G2.
Yeah, we weren't sure whether they were going to be able to do it on Overpass. It wasn't looking good. Remember, they went down, what, 7 and 2? On the SCT side, it looked like it was all going to fall apart. We weren't impressed with their train performance the other day. They looked like they were out of their depth tactically. Always going to be good at the fragging department, but they've been doing their homework for sure. Their coordination was a thing of beauty. NiP weren't playing a bad game there at all either. That was just a great game of CS with some fantastic moments there, and it's always great to see Kenny S and that AWP Semba. It's got to warm your heart seeing those clutches come through, just like the old days.
Yep,
feels like just back at home.
Throwing it back, that's exactly what I want to see from Kenny. He's always had it in him, and for the longest time, that was just the painful thing. When the op nerf happened, he just lost all of his confidence.
Yeah, right.
And it just feels like it's always been years of struggle for him to get that confidence back, that willingness to put the work in, because it did feel like he got robbed. So, of his prime, of the glory days, he was such a dominant beast of a player. And so, just glad to see him find this team that it seems like they can finally gel with. I mean, NiP are a threat. They're not a team to be taken lightly, and G2 just beat them 2-0. So, what does that mean for the rest of this tournament? It's going to be exciting to see.
Well, I guess we should say one more time, seeing as you and I are getting off the mic now, no one leaves the tournament at this stage. It is the lower bracket, but this is all about seedings now. So, so I believe that's G2 now going to the upper bracket in the final. And then we'll see the seeding continue in the lower bracket for NiP. So they'll continue to play, I think, later on today or even tomorrow. Who knows? Either way, we'll have an interview right now as we'll get off the microphones and leave you here.
Thank you, Henry, for that. Nexa, you are now in the upper bracket semi-finals of the playoffs. You've beaten a Vanguard, Na'Vi, and NiP to get there. Those are all tough teams. What are your overall thoughts?
I don't know. I think we are playing super good now. I don't really know the reason why. I think everyone is just clicking with each other, and somehow it feels natural when we play. So I think that's the main reason why we won. But I don't know. They're all super good teams, of course, that we played. There were close games as well, like all of them very close games, could have gone either way, but just sometimes when there was like tough, you know, we held out, we did our own thing, and we managed to close out all the games.
So even though you guys are performing very well as a team and you're clicking, you don't exactly know why that is?
No idea. I mean, we've been together for 20 days, and somehow when we play, it feels like we have been a team for like a year.
Well, that's surely very promising then.
Yeah, definitely. As I said before, we are showing a lot of potential right now, playing the way we are now. Of course, we still have a lot of problems, like communication-wise and stuff like this. And I think we will be like really, really good once we get this sorted.
I talked, when I interviewed Malek after one of your last wins, where you guys had to grind to get that victory. On the CT side of one of the maps there, you were 7-2 down, and then you still managed to claw your way back in. Like, why are your team able to get these victories when it's seemingly all going against you?
I think it's because we have a really good attitude, and like we are always positive no matter what the score is. We know that all we need is just a couple of rounds on our CT side, because our T sides are pretty damn good, you know. So we are just trying to grind it out on CT as much as we can, you know. And once we get like the up on Kenny, and we have Amanek, you know, in a good rotation, proper positions and everything, and we are just calm and we communicate like properly with the calls and the info, and no one is panicking, that's when we like take rounds. That's it.
Awesome. Well, Nexa, great words from you as always. Would you like to say anything to the legions of G2 fans out there, and maybe a man by the name of Carlos as well?
I told you, boss.
I like it. Nexa, congratulations, and I will see you later. That'll be it from us on the floor. G2 take the victory over NiP.